What up, what up, what up? It's Herb Hill, to Keep It Real podcast. How's everybody doing? How you doing? How you feeling? How you living? Doing good on this side. Man, you know, one of the worst things for me, one of the worst things in this world is being somebody who speaks truthful, but also speaking truth before it comes to pass. Now, I'm not claiming to be no prophet. I'm not claiming to be any of those things, nor do I consider myself to be that. I'm just a person who sees things before it happens, and I speak it before it happens, and I'll say it before it happens. But you know what happens when I say it? People call me crazy, people call me names, people judge me, people criticize me, people condemn me, people ridicule me. You know, people tend to not listen to anything that I say because they think that it's, I don't know why people think that the things I say is hateful. I don't know why people think I judge them. I don't. I'm not criticizing you, I'm not judging you, I'm not looking down on you, I'm not condemning you. Now, if you feel guilt about anything that I say, then that's conviction. That got nothing to do with me. Because if I'm around a bunch of people and they all drink and I don't drink, you know what they think of me? They think that I think that I'm better than them. And that's not the case. I don't do it. If I'm around a bunch of people who smoke or do drugs and I don't do it, they think that I think that I'm better than them. And that has nothing to do with me. So whatever you do and whatever I choose to talk about, if it has nothing to do with you, then let it roll off. I don't have enough time to hate you or hate you or hate you or what you do or what you do. I'm a man of God. If I talk about something that ain't right, I'm going to talk about it because it ain't right to me. It don't matter about what I feel. It ain't right to Jesus. So if it ain't right to Jesus, it ain't right with me. And I'm going to speak on it. And I'm going to say what I feel, whether you like it or not. It ain't got nothing to do with hate. It ain't got nothing to do with my heart. I'm a true speaker. I'm going to speak it regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you think of me. I don't care what you think of me. Family, friends, foes, I don't care what you think of me because I given people nothing but great things to think of me and they still look at me bad. So I can care less now. I can care less, you know, but I find it funny that it's kind of it's not a gift anymore. I don't look at it as a gift. Maybe it's a gift for me, but it's more of a curse to be in this world. Because if I say something before it happens, people call me crazy. And then when it happens, they forget that I said it. Or they won't even tell me, they won't even say, man, you was right. I'm not looking for validation. I'm not even looking for people to follow me. I'm not looking for people to subscribe. I'm not looking to people to seek me out. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm just trying to get you in a position to get your spirit right. That's it. That's all I care about. I care about your spirit being just like I care about mine. Because I know this world is deceiving. And there's a lot of people in this world that is deceiving us on a daily basis. And I care about you enough to not want to see you get deceived. There's a lot of information out here that's misleading. There's a lot of people out here that's misleading. There's a lot of people out here leading you astray. There's a lot of things leading you astray. Deception is real out here. And who comes to kill, steal, and destroy? Who comes to kill, steal, and destroy? Satan does. Satan is always using these tactics, whether it be through your family, whether it be through your friends, your enemies, the media, social media, sports, TV, work, money, girlfriends, boyfriends, spouses, marriages, kids, whatever. he has enough ways to slip through to cause derision and division in your life. But it sucks, man, to be the person that speaks the truth. And I don't want the credit, so I don't want it to sound like I'm looking for something. I'm not looking for anything. It just sucks when I speak the truth ahead of time. I get called crazy for it, or people don't want to hear me, but when it comes to pass, nothing. It's crickets. You know, it sucks, man. It does suck for me because just 2 days ago, I remember coming home and my wife was like showing me all this stuff Candace Owens was talking about, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not paid attention to it because I don't care. Because in my personal opinion, her, Kanye, and everybody else, they're all controlled opposition. Now, sometimes Kanye West, he will strike a chord with a bunch of people and irritate people by some of the things that he says, whether it be true or not. He does do that, and I'll give him that. But it's funny, as soon as I said his name, my brother sent a text about Yay Part 4 or something. But I don't care about nothing he said, because ain't nothing he's saying groundbreaking information. It's already there. And for me to be who I am, I'm nobody compared to these people. And I've said all this stuff already. I have no platform. I have no following. Like, I think I got like 8 subscribers on my YouTube page. As many videos I put out, I probably got a couple hundred listens. I don't care though. I don't have a big following on my social media. I don't care. I really don't. On everything I love, I don't care. But like, I find it funny that my bad, all these messages going on. I find it funny that like people be like, oh, Kanye said this, but we know who the real Jews are. He's just striking the nerve of people. He's trying to show you guys what's really going on, but you choose not to listen because you playing a fool. And the people that are attacking him are in bed with those same people who are in control of everything. But who are the real Jews? Because it ain't the ones that's claiming to be. It's Israel. Who is Israel? Jesus elect people. You can't claim to be an elect person. You have to fit the bill. Do you fit the bill? Do they fit the bill? No, they don't. They just took ownership of what we are to call ourselves. But that doesn't, okay, say it's not true. Then why did they pull Nick Cannon's show from him? Why did they take Wildin' Out from Nick Cannon when he said what he said a couple years ago? Why did they come at Deshaun Jackson from the Philadelphia Eagles when he said what he said about what Hitler said about the real, what black people are? I forgot what he said. I probably got a screenshot it somewhere. I'll find it. And why are they coming at Kanye West trying to take away any platform from him? Why are they trying to ruin him? Why are all these people coming at him all of a sudden when he said what he said? He said white lives matter. That rung a couple nerves. But once he said something about Jewish people, they don't like being rattled. They don't like the truth being told.
You know what I'm saying? You're the one that signed it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You think Adidas is next? Well, we're going through legal right now, so anything can happen. But you got I think people just try to score. I think people just try to score points. You know what I'm saying? Like Maverick Carter had me go on a show just to say we took him off the show. Then I go on Drink Champs, then they take it down. The day when I was taken off the Balenciaga site, that was one of the most freeing days, you know? We're about making product that's $20, the best design in the world, and that's the reason why we have brought the head designer from Balenciaga, Dimna, who's a great designer. That's why I brought him to the Gap in the first place, but they didn't allow that to happen. And that's why I had to get up out of those big corporations so I could get directly to the people. And I want to talk about the Jewish comment. It's actually proving the exact point that I made. So many actors been bullied behind the scenes. So you even got people like Ari Emanuel asking people to not do business with me. That's how this town has been running for so long. They'll mute you. They'll try to mute you at all costs.
We can't cancel Kanye. We can't cancel him.
What'd you say?
They can't cancel somebody.
I mean, you definitely.
You got us, bro.
Look at that. Even
God's
before,
on your side, man.
Even God is on all our side. God is alive.
Amen.
So even
He's
though
the master controller, we're on remote control.
Exactly, we're vessels.
Yup, exactly.
Amen.
So y'all still had a
there's a show,
platform.
too.
This is the thing. They never expected someone to have the platform. It's not that anyone's afraid. They're afraid of us not being afraid anymore. And we're not afraid anymore. They can't use all the tactics. I'm talking about my life was threatened to have a political opinion. You understand what I'm saying? To wear the wrong color hat is what they told me, or wrong thing.
100% right, bro.
Or the audacity of me as a black man to have a White Lives Matter t-shirt. I seen white people wear Black Lives Matter t-shirts.
That's right.
So that's some audacity, right? It seems pretty one-sided if you really think about it. So we just lean into it every day. I know God has a plan for us. We fight not in flesh and blood. This is a spiritual warfare at this point.
But the fact is the fact. That's what it is. When Candace Owens was talking about Black Lives Matter, I've been telling black people, you don't support the organization, support the message. I don't wear those shirts. I don't need to wear no shirt. I don't buy no merch. I don't need to buy merch. The message remains the same. It's infinite. Black lives do matter, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to yell it out. I do believe the message, but the organization killed the message. And if you want to say something, maybe the lives of melanated people matter too. Because some people take it and misconstrue the message like, oh, black lives don't matter. They're not the only ones that matter. Nobody said that. That's the way you're taking it. But when an organization for quote unquote, or what we call black people, stands up for who we call black people, they're in bed with people who are trying to demean who we call black people, or betray who we call black people, or make who we call black people look bad. There's no reason why the Black Lives Matter movement should have been accepting money from all these ungodly, wicked, demonic people to do what? To allow all these other groups to funnel into to stand on the black plight, or use who we call black people's pain and suffering and stand on it to push their little sodomite movements, or their delusional sexuality movements, or their women's rights. Like, come on, do y'all not see this? I said this before. When did homosexuality and being black become synonymous? When did they mix black and being gay? When did that become a thing? Because when you see Black History stuff, they automatically throw the sodomite community movies and TV shows in there too. Black and gay is not the same thing. Being black, or what we call black, or being born melanated and being gay is two different things. I'm born with melanated skin. You're not born a sodomite. Nobody's born gay. That's what y'all want to think. It's a spirit, and it's a demonic spirit. spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah, which runs rampant throughout this world, which is an agenda that's being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed onto children, pushed onto babies, pushed onto young boys and young girls and teenage boys and teenage girls, and even adult men are conforming, and adult women are conforming to these things at their ages, at their old ages. They're conforming to these lifestyles because it's a demonic spirit. But I've digressed, and that's besides the point. But anyways, the thing about it is, when did being what we call black and people being sodomite become synonymous with one another? Because they attach it. It's attached. And I truly believe that Black Lives Matter movement made that happen. Because they're about me. Now, if I can find it, they've changed it since then. I know I screenshotted it somewhere, but if I can find it, I'm going to post it on the video of this on my YouTube. Since Instagram no longer lets people post over 14 minutes of videos, I'm not going to be posting it on there no more. But it's going to be on YouTube from now on. And if they remove it, then it'll be somewhere else. And they haven't removed, I think they copyright a couple of my videos because of some of the stuff I've used in my video. But anyways, I will try to find their About Me from 2020, since they changed it now, and I'll post the new one that they have. But I don't even know how many things have happened since they've been around, especially since these last 2 years. They ain't been around for a lot of things because they got their money. They're done for. I dare them to come out again. I dare them to come out again. They won't. And I told people, I knew it was bad when everybody jumped on board with this, because there's something behind it. And I'll tell you, when everybody starts supporting a message that you thought was kind of faulty in the first place, you know something ain't right. Because it's like, dang, what? So George Floyd was what made everybody start supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, huh? So just that one thing. Not history, not nothing in history, not the CIA infiltrating the Black Panthers, that didn't do it. Not Emmett Till. And they keep making movies and shows and documentaries about him all of a sudden too. And that, I'm not gonna lie, that whole thing pisses me off. I just learned about that when I was like 15, about 17 years ago. Pissed me off. But none of that, none of the lynchings, none of the gator bait, none of that stuff in the past, none of the atrocities of slavery and Jim Crow era, the lynchings, the brutality, not even Rodney King, not Sandra Bland, none of those people, or any of the, not even the man, I don't know his name, but there was a man I remember in the 90s or early 2000s. He got tied to a truck and they drove him all around wherever they were. That didn't do it for y'all, and that was a hate crime. That didn't do it. No, but George Floyd did it for everybody. Yeah, all right. And not only that, how does Black Lives matter if Black lives don't matter to Black people? It doesn't matter to us, because we constantly killing each other. But these are things people don't want to talk about, you know. But when I said about the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020, everybody was saying, I hate my own people. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I love my people, but who are my people? My people aren't Black people. My people are people who see the truth. Because my people, who we call Black, that I do love, that I do stand up for, they don't represent me. And my views don't represent them. But guess what? They see things differently than I do. A lot of them, we all see different, we all have different views, and we're all individuals. I'm not grouped I'm an individual, I'm not a group. But I do feel like the people I'm grouped with are misled. Because 99.9% of them think one way, and it's like you gotta change your way of thought. You have to. In order to see the truth and to see it from what it really is, you gotta change your mindset. But people aren't able to do that because they're uncomfortable with doing that. They believe one thing and they keep believing that one thing their whole life. Even if it continues to prove to be wrong, they keep believing it regardless. And that is the definition of insanity. It ain't just doing the same things over. I also believe believing the same things over and over is considered insanity. And we're so forgiving of the wrong people. We forgive the wrong people. But how about hold people accountable for the things that they've done? I get mad, man. Sometimes I ain't never gonna denounce my blackness, but I came to this conclusion some years ago. I said I'm not calling myself black no more. I'm not, because black is a color. I said black is a color. Black is a color. Black means dark, evil, wicked, unclean. White means holy, pure, clean, unblemished. And we call ourselves black people. Unclean people, dirty people, filthy people, wicked people, dark people, white people, clean people, pure people, unblemished people, holy people. You get what I'm going with this? I'm not black. It's a color, and my skin ain't black in the first place. My skin is brown. If there is a color that matches my skin, it is brown. Maybe a light brown. Maybe some, because I got blotchy skin. Maybe in my face, some places light brown, some places a little dark brown. Maybe mid light brown. I don't know. But we are easily betrayed. We're easily misled. We're easily misguided. We're just too easy. Anybody that come pandering to us, they can get in with us, and they know that. They know that. That's why they do it. And then we look and we love our entertainers. We hold them close to God, because these people are representations of making it from nothing. But making it from nothing is the people in your communities that have businesses. Making it from poverty is people in your neighborhood that are trying to clean up poverty. Making it is the people that are entrepreneurs that are trying to do the right thing that you don't support. That's making it. Making it does not have to be a famous rapper, a basketball player, or an actor, a hood movie actor, or a drug dealer who turned rapper who's now famous, or somebody who raps hard lyrics. That doesn't have to be the inspiration of black people all the time. There's several inspirations around you. We don't need hope. We don't need a leader. You can be your own leader. You can be your own hope. What we need to do is stop focusing on the people that make it, that they throw in front of us. They'll throw a Megan Thee Stallion in front of you. They'll throw a Cardi B in front of you. They'll throw a Jay-Z in front of you. They'll throw a 50 Cent in front of you. They'll throw a Diddy in front of you. They'll throw a Lil Baby in front of you. They'll throw the Baby in front of you, or whatever social media influencer. They'll throw them in front of you. But ain't none of these people, or Kanye West, They'll throw these people in front of you, but I guarantee you none of these people are going to lead you to heaven. None of these people are going to lead you to Jesus. None of these people are going to lead you to get your spirit right. They're leading you to find inspiration in worldliness. Black culture is BS. Black culture is wickedness. That don't represent me. And I don't represent that. The image of what we call black people today I don't fit that bill. Now my skin color might be aligned with that, but the way I move, the way I think, the way I feel, the way I am as a person, I'm not aligned with that. Which is why I say I'm not calling myself black no more. You look at BET, look at the BET Awards. I don't listen to none of the music. I don't like none of the new artists. I don't like none of the new movies, none of the new shows. Nothing has substance. Now, if we go back to the 90s, I can tell you 5 movies off the top that I love. That meant something. We don't have that today. Now, there might be people out there that's doing it. I mean, excuse me, but there might be people out there doing it. But guess what? It's covered up in all the BS. There's too many Love and Hip Hops. There's too many hip hop kid shows or growing up hip hop. I mean, come on, man. There's too many shows that's exploiting black people. What we call black people, who are allowing themselves to be exploited by these networks. And it started with Flavor of Love. I promise you it did. It did. And I liked that show back then. But I also didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know this was going to become a thing. But it's continued because it's a formula that works. Your Black Inks, your Flavor of Love, your I Love New York, your Real Chance of Love, Love of Ray J, Growing Up Hip Hop, Hip Hop Parade, I don't know, Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, Growing Up Hip Hop LA, Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop LA, Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Florida, Real Housewives of this, Real Housewives of that, Real Housewives, blah, 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 blah. Same old thing, same old thing, same old thing. That is black culture today. Music that represents street life is popular. Whether you live the life or not, all you gotta do is make a hot song and it'll blow up. But people don't even live these lifestyles, but it's okay. People excuse it. It's the world we live in, man. I hate black culture. I don't hate black people. I hate the culture, what we call culture, because it doesn't represent us. It represents ignorance. And the worst thing of all, we call ourselves niggas. Now, the worst thing I hate to see is somebody that speaks a whole lot of intelligence call another, what we call black man or black woman, a nigga, because that's the most degrading word. You can't use, how can you justify turning a word that was meant to demean us into a term of endearment when you 90% of the times when you use it isn't in a term of endearment. It's in a term of disrespect. Like, think about it. When you're at work, you don't talk like that. But when you get home, you talk like that. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But every time I say something, every time I speak up, people think I got hate in my heart. I don't have hate in my heart. I have truth in my heart. I'm gonna speak it, and I'm gonna say what I feel because this is what I feel. And a lot of people don't think like me. I'm aware of that. A lot of people don't feel like me. I'm aware of that. A lot of people don't see like me. I'm aware of that. But I'm gonna say what I feel because this is what I feel. I'm gonna speak what I speak because this is the way I'm gonna speak. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. I can be disowned. I don't care because y'all don't pay my bills and y'all don't support me no way. So I don't care. It's funny when you speak against your own people, it's like they think you're Uncle Tom, but it's like, nah, you the Uncle Tom because you really doing the opposite. You know, how can a drug dealer be loved in this community or glorified in this community when 100% of the people, maybe 90, I'll say 90, 98%, I don't know, depending on the community, I guess. But majority of the people that they're poisoning are people that look like them. How many lives are ruined? How many parents have died, or aunties, or uncles, or grandparents, or children, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, aunties, uncles? How many people have died and overdosed from drugs, were killed for drugs, have killed for drugs, or went to jail for life for drugs, or lost their life from drugs? But these drug dealers get glorified. For being dope boys, for having the nice cars and the lifestyle that match having the money. They get glorified for it. And that's all we get. We get that in Hollywood all the damn time. They keep throwing that in your face. Or it's a slave movie. You see, Will Smith just won his Oscar. Act a fool to get the Oscar. Now he playing a slave in this newest movie. Can't make this up, man. And then they keep giving us slave movies. They keep giving us movies where Americans are playing Africans. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, The Woman King was an alright movie. I ain't gonna lie. It was okay. It wasn't a bad movie. But the true story wasn't put out. You know, like, it wasn't anything fictional like Django. Django, you can't trace that back to the story. Did it happen? Probably happened. I'm sure a slave killed a white man at one point. And we know there were some slaves who revolted. We know that already. We know about Nat Turner and several of the other people that did. But the Nat Turner movie came out. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I cried about 5 times in that movie because I was so mad. But they watered that movie down so much. They not watered it down, but they didn't want that movie to get out. They didn't want to put that movie out. They talked about Nate Parker, who wrote the movie, and he played Nat Turner in the movie. They brought up his previous charges trying to destroy his image before the movie came out. But it's okay for them to go, it's okay for white folks to go make a slave movie and have a bunch of people playing it. There's this movie, and I talked about it recently. It's called Goodbye Uncle Tom or something like that. And it's a movie that was made in the 70s. But what it is just a bunch of Italian people, I believe. And they went to Haiti, and it was a reenactment of what they thought occurred in slavery. It's sick. Absolutely sick. Because they really was like playing out a fantasy. Like demeaning all those people that played in that movie. It's sick. Like, now I know a lot of sick things happened in slavery, but to go and reenact it, getting people on fake plantations and having them in chains and on slaves and I don't know, man, on slave ships and stuff, like, it's crazy. And I know it got banned at some point in time, but I've seen the movie. I've skipped through it a couple of times. I'll never watch that again. I'll tell you that much after I did my research. Because I'll be trying to figure out, like, why do black people play in these roles all the time? We can play kings, we can play queens, we can play superheroes. We can play a lot of things, but they got you guys steady playing gangsters, thugs, drug dealers, pimps, hookers, deadbeat fathers, sodomites, cross-dressers, punks, busters, jailbirds, and slaves. They don't never have you playing the entrepreneur. They don't never have you playing somebody that's successful the whole movie, or even surviving in a horror movie. Like, come on, man. They want to create their image of us, or what they think of us in film, in these industries. They want us to be looked down upon, and we gotta stop allowing them to do that. But ain't no we. It's individual. Like I said, we don't need a leader. We gotta lead ourselves. We don't need hope. We gotta be our own hope. We don't need a voice. We gotta be the voice. You have to be a voice. I have to be a voice, but we all gotta speak up and talk about not say the same things, but gotta say what you feel. But I do think this trash era of this culture got to go. It's poison. Culture is poison. It is. And we ain't gonna never get nowhere with this stupid culture that we got today. But it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like I said, I speak the truth whether you like it or not. And people think I judge, people think I criticize or I hate. I just speak the truth. And like I said, people find comfort with lies because the truth hurts. I'll say that again real slow. People find comfort with lies because the truth hurts. People find comfort with lies because the truth hurts.